Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Star Trek Ganymede, Season 2, Episode 4, Mud's World? What's so muddy about this world? Well, I don't know. We'll have to find out. Why don't we ask our Q?
We will find out what is mud about this world. Well, it's fairly obvious. It is a world owned by Ms. Margaret Mudd. Captain, are you ready to begin your log?
Yeah. Yes, I think
Okay,
so.
hit it.
Captain's log supplemental. Due to an unfortunate oversight, the Ganymede has suffered excessive damage to one of our warp nacelles. We have been forced to undergo repairs at a less than savory spaceport orbiting an L-class planet within the Klingon neutral zone. To make matters worse, our best chance of obtaining the necessary parts we require is to assist our old acquaintance, Tulam. I have an away team ready to beam to the surface of the planet to investigate further.
And we'll be right back after the opening intros, folks. Stay tuned.
Is that our
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back
Good.
with Mud's World.
Mud's World. So, we pick up in orbit of this small little icy ball at Fractal Station, where the away team has been selected. A number of members of the crew's science department are going down to the planet's surface, while the rest stay up on the Ganymede and Fractal Station to begin preparing for repairs to the Ganymede's port warp nacelle. So we are going to start our scene with
Hostile forces detected on main defenses.
We only have 5 out of the 6 players right
Hey.
now.
You took my momentum.
Yes, I did. You don't have any.
I mean,
Welcome,
you still
Raiders.
took-
So then, we are going to start the shuttle piloting down towards the planet's surface, you have received the coordinates for the resort, and I am going to need Grack to make me a control con difficulty of 2, assisted by the shuttle's engines con. And let me find the stats for a runabout real quick.
Do you have any momentum?
Nope, there is no momentum.
Okay.
First roll.
This is your opportunity to generate some with your amazing roll that you're about to have.
Yeah, with the difficulty 2 test. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you have bold con?
No.
What? Grack seems like the type that would have bold con.
No, Grack has 2 other abilities that have never once ever come into play. It's awesome.
One thing I will say, I am going to say that the module on this has been set up for the cargo configuration. The science team has elected to bring down science equipment, so. And I will now roll for
Nerds.
I will now roll for the engines con. That does not help, but you do hit the difficulty. Good going, Grack. And we are going to...
Attention. We are being followed.
So you
Shall I
land
dispatch the
on the
walking
surface,
drone?
you see, the coordinates you were given are sort of this flat landing pad area, at which there is another shuttle, not a Federation shuttle. It is of a much different make. In fact, you would recognize. I won't even make you roll for it because their ship design is recognizable enough. It is a Ferengi shuttle, like the kind that Quark had.
Amazing.
So.
And they're just there docked as well?
Well, it's not docked. There's like a landing pad, and then about 100 meters away, you can see like the resort.
Okay.
So you've landed at like the landing pad where all the shuttles can come in, or you can beam down. And to that, Ensign Prolon stands up, says, "Well, we're here. I should probably start putting on warm weather gear or cold weather gear."
Yeah, is this place much colder than would I need cold weather gear? Like, it's a resort. I don't know what type of resort though.
So the way this works is that you can survive outside without without cold weather gear during the day. You'd have to start making rolls if you were out at night. If you were an Andorian, you could go out and just be comfortable and there would be no rolls at all. But unless you're from a world in which it's constantly cold all the time, you're going to find it quite uncomfortable trekking the 100 meters from the shuttle to the resort. and Prolin basically opens a crate, and inside are a bunch of Starfleet issued parkas.
Okay, I guess I'll take one.
Assume everyone else is going to as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As well as and the doctor as well will take one. And I'll copy all Grack,
Yeah.
you gonna take one?
I was actually the first to say I was taking one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got there. Gonna be down here. And Paksha, he opens a separate crate and he pulls out his own little parka that is specially tailored for him because he has 4 arms.
Makes sense.
So he has to get him made special. And so you all make your way to this map. As you arrive at the exterior of the resort. Okay. Hello?
Yeah, we're here. What do we? Who's am I literally the highest ranking person on the ship? I'm the pilot.
No, Doll's here
Kara's
too.
there.
I'm not sure as a player what you want me to do. I'm just listening.
Like we're here. Yeah.
Okay. So the science officery team is going to go do what they want to do, and we are here at the resort. Do we need to check in? Do we have reservations? What? Kara's never been to a resort, so
Attack the darkness.
I don't have magic missile on Kara.
So as you approach the door, a voice speaks. You're the Starfleet bunch. I was told that you just put in for reservations.
That would be us.
All right, good. We'll open up, and with a creak, the metal doors slide aside, and you can see into now this. It looks like it's this hangar. There's a guy in the back working on what looks sort of like a hover car sort of deal, and a guy on the left who appears to be working in intercom.
I'm still not sure what you'd like me to do as a player, so
Welcome to Icefront Resort. I assume you got your own things and you can take them wherever you want to go. And he walks over to you and he gives you some little. I wouldn't call them. They're not data chips. They're not like as big as isolinear chips. They're like these little circular chips, probably about the size of like a penny.
okay.
And he says, "Don't lose those. Those are the keys to your room."
Thank you. Kara's sort of looking at them with one eyebrow slightly raised, like she's never seen them before.
Well, you're welcome to go wherever you want. If you want to take out one of the if you want to take out one of the hover cars for a excursion over the ice, you are more than welcome to do that. The maps are pre-programmed with a list of interesting destinations and beautiful vistas, as well as automatic no-fly zone.
Ah. Are there any rules we should be aware of?
Well, as long as you don't go to any of the no-fly zones, we won't have any reason to kick you out. Try not to cause too much trouble here, but he shrugs.
Kara laughs about that one.
He shrugs. A little trouble is always to be expected around these parts. So what do I know? And he walks back to his little intercom.
Well, if there's trouble, it won't be intentional.
And with that, you are now free to wander about the resort.
I like the disclaimer. Like, I mean, there's probably going to be trouble, but that's not our intention.
Right.
Nice.
It's it won't be intentional. Truly, we're not looking
Exactly.
for trouble.
Trouble just has a way of finding us.
Well, we're Starfleet. That's what happens.
This is true.
Yep. Part of the gig.
Okie doke. Feel free to go wherever you would like.
Maybe you guys can go for a ride in one of these land speeders.
Well, if they want to go investigate the ice and or set up their scientific equipment, probably a solid idea. But do we need to go check out our rooms, make sure we stow our gear if we have any?
Yeah, you could check yourselves into your rooms if you would like.
Whichever's more reasonable.
Yeah, I guess let's go check ourselves in and then move around from there.
Yeah, so they don't sell our rooms out from underneath us.
All right. So I'll say for the purpose of keeping it simple, since there are no easy to see like rooms on this map, you'll see I'm drawing like a little square thing over in this corner here. That's sort of like a lift to a second floor of this facility that's just rooms. All sort of your standard they're all very much your sort of standard living fare. I mean, not as nice as like any of your personal quarters back on board the Ganymede. Probably because this facility is at least like 50 years old. Probably dates back to sometime during the Lost era.
Oh, goodness.
But if you would like, you can move all of your stuff up in there, and then
Era is missing. Someone's got to find it.
so yeah.
Okay. As long as everybody gets their extra stuff settled in so we don't have to haul everything around. I think the away team is going to go do their own thing. Were Grack and I supposed to just sort of look around the resort itself?
What was the actually, this is actually a good opportunity to bring up a little rule that we don't often that I haven't really made available to you guys. So you know how there are mission directives?
Yeah.
Yes.
The captain is allowed to mandate a directive for the mission.
Oh. Cool.
So
I didn't
if
know
you
that I could do that.
so if you would like, you can mandate you can effectively create a directive for the crew to follow while they are down on the planet.
Yeah, the directive would be to find out what Mud is hiding.
Okay.
Now, can they use that to like use determination and stuff
Yes,
too?
exactly.
Okay.
Like
So-
the idea is that the prime directive is always in play. So like you can always use that as a point of determination, a value for a point of determination. But certain missions will have special directives that are set for you, but the captain can also set directives.
Did not know this.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the directives the captain might set actually might be contrary to the directive set by Starfleet, but that just means the captain will get rep dings.
What's
Eh.
new?
I was gonna say Holloway's used to that by now.
Yeah, what's new?
So if I'm understanding the mission directive, they're supposed to get there, like find out what Mud is hiding, and they're able to do that on this facility. Why?
Because she owns it.
Because
We were tipped off from the Orion.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Tulum said, "I think she's hiding something on the surface of the planet. I want you to find out what it is. Find out what it is, and I'll give you a good deal."
Of exploring something.
So basically, their job is to explore the planet, not just the facility.
Yeah.
But the facility too, because she does own it. So she might be hiding something there.
Never know.
You could always split the party. That's always fun. You could send the pilot Grack with the science people, and Kara and the doctor can explore what's going on here.
I'm not leaving Grack's site.
That's
So
wise.
Prolin comes up to you, Commander. Commander, question. We've brought a few different planet study pieces with us to study different variables and different areas of the planet's geological, meteorological, hydrological, chemistry, and geomagnetic. And he just starts railing off all these different kinds of equipment types that they've brought with them. It's a little. He looks at one of these carts and he says, "It's a bit too much to put all in here at once. Don't want to be an ungracious guest and use the shuttle and go where we're not supposed to. So I figured you as head of science department would tell us where we should be focusing our research."
Absolutely. Though, before I make any suggestions, do you have any thoughts or ideas? We are a team.
Yes, indeed. Well, if you would like, he can make a reasoned science roll.
Sure. I like seeing what my team has for ideas.
Okay, that'll be a crew support. And oh, that's right, we never built his character. Do this right now. Do this
How
right
come
now.
everybody has more cool supporting characters characters than me and the captain. Sad.
Listen, my department is command. I don't know how many more supporting characters I can put in the command
Yeah, I
department.
know. I don't know how many different types of security people I could build anyway.
Like
There are a few.
my department is all of you.
I know.
I've come up
No,
with a
it's kidding.
few. I've come up with a few good different kinds of security characters, but your point is well taken. So for this supporting character, you can assign their attributes 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, and 7.
I'm gonna leave that to other people because I am rotten at building characters. What do you guys think?
What do you what what did he what were the points again?
10, 9, 9, 8, and sorry, 10, 2 9s, 2 8s, and a 7.
Isn't that the normal uh attribute layout or whatever?
For a
Spread?
supporting character, yes.
It's the regular attribute spread for a supporting character. My point is, you gotta assign them now.
Which
And
character?
this
Cop?
is Ensign. No, Prolon. Prolon.
This is the
I
trail,
built all
right?
the
Did you?
NPCs for my other game, so I can take a look at it, make some suggestions.
Yeah, he does have his he does have his focuses, but that's it.
I do think Reason should be up there.
Yeah,
presume-
it makes sense because he's a science geek.
Yep.
Well, what you want to do too is you don't want to double up on your NPCs, so you want to make sure they each kind of have a an area that they focus on,
True.
so that way they're useful and not just
Which
Yes.
NPC is
like
this
mine
again?
that are carbon copies.
The trail that looks like a woman, but he's actually a guy.
Prolon.
Ah, is that our oceanographer?
That is our
Yeah.
oceanographer.
Yeah, geology, oceanography, and climatology.
Definitely want Reason to be up there.
Yeah, I'd max out reason and probably you want control high and insight high.
So do you want to put 10 as his top stat?
Yes, please.
Okay, then actually, funny enough, that's 10, and presumably you'll make science his top stat as well, so that's 4. So that's actually what you got to roll with him. So if you want to roll that now and then have Grack build up the other,
Karak.
or sorry, it was Karak who said that, and have Karak build up the rest of his stats as we go.
Yeah, I can do that.
That way we're not stalling it too much.
Hey, you want to tackle all the other ones too?
Sure.
Because I know there
I
were
don't
some
mind.
in engineering and medical that were missing stats too.
Yeah, I like building NPCs. It's not a habit I picked up as a GM.
You know what?
I guess.
I actually might. Well, yeah, because I'm a GM too, so I actually might join you in that because I'm not doing
Yeah.
much right now
Yeah.
either. So
It's fun.
me and Karak can do it.
Oh yeah, and then also just one last thing to remember, one last thing to recall. When you put in the stats, you also have to make sure to account for their species trait, their species bonus. Because Trill, I think, actually do get a bonus to that. Trill get +1 control, +1 presence, +1 reason. So that's going to be 11 reason, 10 control, and presence will be starting out at 8. Anyhow, so roll reason science. I said difficulty 2. Would you like to spend any threat?
Are you referring to me?
Anyone would anyone like for Prolin to spend threat for this?
The answer is always yes. What's the roll for? It's reason and science.
Yeah, and I will say he has a
What-
focus. I will say his focuses, any of his focuses, come into play because he's about to go off on a spiel about the different things that they want to look into in regards to this planet.
What's the difficulty?
2.
You held by 1 die with threat.
Okay, I'll take it. Nice. I will take
Bummer.
the 2. I'll take the 2 threat.
Okay, that's fair.
And he says, well, a number of things, actually. I've been detecting a few interesting meteorological conditions, interesting aspects of snowfall on the planet's surface that I think might be worth looking at. Additionally, potentially interesting geological activity, low level volcanic activity that I think might be worth taking a look at. Additionally, it would take a bit longer, but there is also the sub-ice surface oceans accessible in a few different spots.
Does Kara know by taking a look at a data pad or the cruiser things, the ice skimmers, they only go to non-restricted spots. Is there a way to double check while she's listening to see what is a restricted area and what is not to help further guide her choice in this matter?
Mm-hmm. Very good. Someone can make a. Actually, you did generate a momentum. I will answer that as a question, as a free question, if
Okay.
you'd like. Um, so that spends your momentum. There do appear to be a couple of spots in the a couple of the spots that the ensign flagged as being of possible um volcanology study interest that are marked as no fly areas.
Well, that could just be because they're dangerous too. But she will definitely point out that though she thinks that's interesting, probably avoid that one because we don't want to get into trouble right off the bat or purposefully.
Understood. So
Is
no.
there anything, asking at a character, is there anything that would be somewhat near the volcanoes that could be of interest, but would allow scanning from volcanoes at a safe, not invading the no fly distance?
Okay. Um someone can give me a reason con also difficulty of 2.
Does anybody have the? Is there like a fandom or something that has all the stat bonuses for all the species?
The Trill get 1 presence, 1 control,
Yeah, and
one reason,
reason. Yeah,
which
but what
I
about?
already.
I know,
Mhm.
but there's a bunch of different, like whatever Pakcha is and uh
Oh,
Nobulan.
there aren't any for Pakcha because he's a special NPC out of a module.
Oh, okay. Uh, w- so does he have zeros and skills?
Oh, did I not give Pakcha his stats? Oh, yes. He explicitly has 0 in command, 0 in security, and 0 in medicine.
Okay, that's funny.
Okay, so is that the same with Ensign Kinson as
Yes.
well? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I
It's a
was about to
similar.
modify hers because it's like all
Yeah, like
weird.
she doesn't have a con score and she doesn't have a medicine score. They're a bit different from other supporting characters,
Okay.
but I rule that they can be improved in the same way.
Okay.
Uh,
I won't touch
what
her
a-
then.
what do uh I guess humans don't get anything, right?
They get
They
something.
do. They do. You get to choose what they have improved, but there are no.
Oh, well,
Oh,
what are the? How many points do they get?
3.
Okay. And
And
what about Bjorn? My last
Bajorans
question.
get- Yeah.
For now.
Bajorans get. Human Tellarite. No, it's gonna be on the page before that. Page before that. Control Daring Insight.
Okay, thanks.
Where was I? So Grack generated a momentum. Very good. As indeed, the atmospheric experiments could be set up outside of the no-fly zone.
Perfect. We can hedge our bets then.
Because that's one that can be set up almost anywhere, but they're also sort of the most general and like just general climate scans, as opposed to like, oh, I'm specifically looking into the planet's geology, or I'm specifically looking into the planet's oceanography. It's just general climate and meteorological scans.
Which is fair, but also if pressed, yes, we can say we're interested in the geology aspect of it simply because we are science peoples, but we didn't want to violate the no-fly zone. So
Very well. I'll gather up the meteorology equipment. Let's go, cop. And the two of them go off. Pacha, hey, wait for me, wait for me.
Is this the Nobulin good or bad?
Hmm?
I was just wondering if he's a good cop or
Oh,
cop. No, no good.
That was really stupid.
I know.
So
That's why I laughed at it.
so now the three of you are left.
Doctor's on his way, by the way.
Oh, very good. So what would you like to do now, Commander?
are there any tests or whatnot that we can go run?
Anything specific?
Yeah, we're
Anything
supposed
you're
to.
looking for?
Yeah, we're supposed to figure out what's going on. Kara is not really sure how much people in this facility would know. She could probably ask Grack. What does Grack think? If he were hiding something here on this planet and his name were Mud, where would he hide it? What would be the most likely thing in this strange resort on this weird ice planet? Because this is not what she thought a resort would look like for sure.
My guess would be every place where I'm not allowed to go to.
Can Kara find out where else we're not allowed to go to?
Sure. And I won't even make you roll for that because it's in the flight computers on these things.
Yeah, hopefully they tell you.
Yeah. There are a number of spots that are no fly, just because they are out of the they're out of the safe travel range of these things. Like there are patches of ocean where the air currents appear to be designated as, you know, these are bad spots for air currents, so don't go
Riptide, stay
there.
out, stay alive.
Only with air.
Makes sense.
Interestingly, there is a patch of just empty tundra that appears to be designated as no fly.
Cool. I'm going to take that list and forward it up to the Ganymede to Jason with explicit instructions to forward that to the captain should anyone else need to visit the surface. These are explicitly the no-fly zones.
Oh yeah, and of course the as previously mentioned, sort of volcanic, geologically active spots.
Does the tundra have to appear to have any weather patterns or issues with it? Is it like at the edge of the range, or is it just mystery? We don't know why.
Kinda odd.
It is. That's what Kara's trying to figure out.
I will be right back. You're welcome to discuss these things among yourselves.
Okay.
What is? Go ahead.
I'm hoping with forwarding the quote unquote no fly information that will leave the Ganymede free to scan where they will with the ship if at all possible.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's absolutely happening.
Because, quote,
Uh,
Kara never sends forward stuff like that without a good reason.
good idea. What is cops' specialty supposed to be? Like, what
Which one is he?
Well, I just said citations, narcotics, homicide.
the Denobulan? Is that some a supporting character you made?
I don't know. We inherited characters at our last rest stop.
He was one of the
Oh.
inherited ones. So that's a Grinning question.
Okay.
I don't think we chose a specialty. I know the other one is geology, oceanography, and all of that fun earthy stuff. So you have a planet nerd.
Wasn't the other one like xenobiology and like plantology or something like that, like plant life?
Scientology for sure. This guy's got to be like a social scientist because he's Denobulan.
And I've returned.
Yeah.
What
But
is
his name is Cop.
What's cop's specialty? I'm gonna guess social sciences.
Yeah, I was gonna say that hasn't been determined yet.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will stop tinkering with them.
It's up to
Actually, hadn't started.
it's up to you guys, whatever you want him to have.
Oh, it's up to us. Well,
Oh.
we left Pakcha and Kenson alone because we didn't know.
Yeah, because those two are. I will say those two are pre-made characters out of a module. These two are basically supporting characters that I figured you guys can build yourselves.
So can we
We
not
need
modify Pakcha and Kenson to be supporting characters since they're supporting characters now?
Once they start rolling and doing stuff, you can start adding things to them.
Yeah, it's fine. We I was gonna say we should have a counselor, but I guess that would be medical.
It's a medical.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Social sciences seems good to me.
Yeah, that seems right.
Something
Yeah,
that's
where's
not covered.
your archaeologist and your anthropologist?
We have an archaeologist. That's Pakcha.
Ah.
Well,
yeah,
he
this
doesn't
guy
have
can
any.
be an anthropologist.
Yeah.
He only has one focus, and it's archaeology.
Oh yeah, he does.
And Kenson has 0.
Yeah.
He lacks focus.
That was dumb. That was really dumb.
They're all really dumb, man. That's the point. They're not stupid jokes if they're not stupid.
If you want, you can scan the planet from the Ganymede. You'd have to specify where specifically you're scanning.
Kara said she's sending up the thing of the no-fly zones.
Yeah.
That's where we're gonna scan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll scan.
Well, there are 3. There are 3 major no-fly zones. So
Start with number 1.
We're gonna scan all 3.
Well, yes, but that will take time, and I need you to determine which of the 3 you're going to do first. There's the area of, as said, slightly intense atmospheric currents. There is this area of heavy tundra, and there is also areas of some geologic volcanic activity.
So, which one would be the most difficult to, if you were trying to look for something? Which one would be the most difficult to find it in? The volcanic one or the tundra one? The other one's, I don't know, has atmospheric. Which one would interfere with sensors or scans the most? Because that's where I'll start. If I were a clever criminal, I would. That's where I would hide my secrets.
I'm actually thinking volcanic also.
Yeah. So
It's right under Vader's castle.
So the tundra would be reason science difficulty 3. And both of the other locations are difficulty 4.
Oh.
Assisted by sensor science.
Go with the
Well,
volcanic.
I'll
And-
start with the volcano
Okay.
because I'm Vulcan.
Using your second.
Oh.
Are you the one rolling that crack?
Yeah, I can roll it. Unless
Okay.
someone else wants, unless we have a science person who wants to roll it.
We have McConnell.
McConnell will probably be better at that.
Can the ship assist?
Yeah, with sensor science. So that actually will lower the difficulty of all of these. Which one are you scanning first, though?
Volcano.
Okay.
That's what Holloway would recommend.
Yep. Well, he'll buy a die with momentum because you have enough threat.
Awesome.
And I guess he's ready.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, I forgot to switch my pick first. Whoops. Well, there's 4.
Nice.
Way to go, Lieutenant McConnell.
Way to get that
Or
momentum
Dr.
back.
McSteamy.
Gotta leave somebody competent behind, or Jack will get upset about life.
Let's try it. Very true.
Jack's already upset about life. What are you talking about? we're in a nefarious spaceport. Jack's been upset with life. He had to deal with Tulum. I don't know how much worse his life can get right now.
Oh,
Never
you'll see.
ask that question. Ooh.
No, I'm not asking that question. That's a joke. That's a purely a joke because I know it can get much worse.
Too late.
I'm just typing up what he finds. So that tells you the nature of these volcanic anomalies in that region.
Okie dokie. He says in a very steamy voice that he's detecting a number of hydrothermal hot springs that dot the designated region. Exact chemical and geological makeup would require in-depth scans made on the planet's surface itself. Meaning we'd have to send a team in.
Understood.
We'll
Scan
get-
the atmosphere next.
So we'll get back to that because that scan takes some time. So in the meantime, Commander Dahl, Grack, what are you guys going to do?
I've got ideas, but I want to hear Grack's ideas if he has any.
Probably to check out the shadiest place we could find. Casino. You've never been to a resort ever. Starfleet
Nope.
Academy is basically a resort.
Okay. So yes, this place has a couple of small entertainment centers, um, namely here, uh, and here. With actually the entertainment centers are entertainment centers here and here, eating areas here and here.
Okay. I am going to follow Grax's lead in this one because Kara, despite having gone to the academy, is a little out of her element in looking for places to gamble and or shady, seedy entertainment. She is not the adventurous Lurian. He is.
Sure, I'll go to the place where there's most likely gonna find booze and or gambling.
Well, booze would likely you'd want to go to one of sort of the eating areas to get the widest variety of booze. Gambling would be one of the gambling areas.
So let's go to the gambling areas.
Okie doke.
Money tends to loosen up lipsis as well as drugs. I mean, drinks.
Where are you heading? Which one?
I don't even see them on my map. Like this map is incredibly zoomed in. Let me zoom out.
Oh, I haven't been pinging anything because I'm on the GM layer. God damn it.
I was gonna ask you about that, but I figured it might just be me.
No, it's if I say I'm pinging something and you don't see anything, let me know. I might be on the GM layer.
Well done. You were in the Oscar.
Gambling areas here, here, here. Food areas here, here,
Fucking Christ.
here, and here.
Okay, so I'll go to the nearest one. So that's what the one, right? Just what looks everyone else. Yeah, it looks fine to me. Yeah, that one right there.
Nice. As you enter, and you see sort of at this sort of roulette-ish type game is a. Are you also going with them, Doctor?
What am I doing? I probably will.
You're all now on the planet's surface at this resort, and you're going around to find interesting people.
Just mingling. Nothing trouble yet. No trouble.
Nope, no trouble. Looking for it, but not found it.
You walk in and playing at this sort of roulette style game. It doesn't have a wheel, but it's a very like the rules itself are very similar to roulette. Is a very dapperly dressed Ferengi.
I hate it. Punch it. Can you blow that image up for us?
Oh yeah, sure. Hang on. I gotta go to the right layer again. Shit.
He extra.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that
makes no
frame.
blick. It's Mixelplick. Superman's nemesis.
Yes.
Punch him. I hate him.
And now I have to reload the page because that stupid spinning wheel won't go.
I thought it was
Yeah,
just
same
me.
here.
No.
Nah, it happens to me too. That's why I keep reloading and not volunteering to roll for things, because roll 20 does not like me.
So yes. Come on, come on. Oh well, hello there. Not often I get guests in my little in my little area of the resort. And oh my, Starfleet, even more rare.
Peregrine. Is Grack gonna say anything? Kara's just looking around.
Yeah, so far, no one said anything to him.
Sure. What kind of games do you have for here?
Well, we have things from, I almost want to say every corner. I know we have a dumb jock table around here somewhere. There's also, Rigelian Stand Up, the R. Kelly's for Pickup. What else do we have? And you see he's like looking through a list of things. Look, I don't run the tables. I don't actually work here. But I come back here enough that this place sometimes feels like a second home.
Why are you here then? I mean, you don't work here?
No. Apologies. Allow me to introduce myself. And he takes off the hat and does a flourishing bow. I am Stunk.
Pleasure to meet you, Stunk. I am Commander Karadal. Where do you hail from?
Well, I hail from Varanginar, of course. I'm a trader, making my business all up and along this beautiful Silk Road that you Starfleet types have put together.
Glad to see people prospering from it.
Indeed. And, well, I found a very nifty little trade route that's brought me back and forth to this little resort here. It's a nice little trading outpost and a nice little space to spend my latinum. And I found this place to be quite prosperous, despite being kind of out of the way.
Kara looks around a bit. Something here would make you part with your latinum? She seems surprised by that.
And he points down at the gambling table in front of him.
Ah, of course. Lady Luck. I should have guessed.
Yes.
Well, who actually does own this establishment or runs it then?
That would be Miss Mudd.
He runs her own tables?
Well, and he looks up and you notice now for the first time, because they're kind of well hidden in around here. There are cameras all over the place.
Ah.
You don't need anyone running the games when you can't cheat.
Well, surely
My-
that's part of the entertainment value is to actually interact with somebody.
Yeah, well, there are usually other people around here playing. You caught me at an off time.
My apologies.
I'd really like to get my hands on that other Ferengi that was here just earlier today. I cleaned him out.
Well, if you clean him out, why would he be back here? Clearly, he's got no more money.
I don't know. This place seems to have a way of people who come here often seem to leave with more money than this place originally than what you'd expect.
That sounds like something I could get behind.
Well, if you want to have a go with me, just let me know.
Of course. I think I'll take a look around. Very interesting you said about people leaving with more than they showed up with. I guess I need to go to more resorts. She smiles.
So I'm asking, wait, what's his game then? What is he like playing?
He's playing it's sort of like a roulette adjacent type game, but it doesn't use a spinning wheel in like or it has a spinning wheel, but it's got sort of like a vertical thing to it, like what's the best way to put it? It's like a spinning conveyor belt sort of deal.
Okay.
Like it's like this rapidly spinning conveyor belt, and it's got a bunch of little catches for it kind of looks almost like a caltrop
Interesting.
that like bounces around as the thing spins or as the thing moves forward, and then it comes to a hard stop and the bouncing jack eventually stops somewhere. Very similar to roulette.
Interesting.
Bro, let's why not? I'll see if I get a game in then.
Good. Are you guys going to stick around while he plays, or are you going to go off elsewhere?
I am going to stick around while he plays. I want to know how this thing works to figure out if it is the house forcing wins or people genuinely lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go hang out with the nerds.
Then,
They are out in the field and they might well need your help.
okay.
Typical
So
nerds
while
hang with
the
nerds.
doctor goes off to find, and by the nerds are actually already up on the second floor at this point. This is where like the elevator to the second floor is, and it's nothing but like quarters up there, sleeping quarters. So you're heading up that way now. Give Grack, you can give me control command opposed.
Okay.
Going to spend 3 threat
Oh, come here. So heck, my character should go.
for 4 dice. That gets me 2 of my threat back. As yeah, luck is not with you today. But then again, you know, it's clear that you're playing someone who's played this game before. You're still trying to learn the rules. And normally it's usually good it's usually fair play for the for an opponent who's teaching you the game for the first time to go a little easy on you to sort of teach you the rules. This Ferengi is not doing that.
No worries.
He's playing to win. And I'm actually going to spend 2 of that threat to cancel out an advantage that you would have had, Doll, where you said you're checking to see and make sure everything's kosher. You were going to have an advantage because he was busy playing. But I spent the 2 threat he generated to cancel that advantage. He's created a complication for you that that he's playing quick, so you'd have to keep a close eye on him to catch anything out of the ordinary. Give me insight command.
Difficulty? Or just
Opposed.
opposed?
He's gonna spend a threat, just one though. I'll keep it. I get my 2 threat back. You don't see anything. His hands might be just moving too fast for you to see, but you don't see any. You don't see any signs that he's cheating you. That he's cheating Grak. He's just really good at the game. It looks like, and of course, he's a Ferengi. You can't read his mind.
I can't read his mind.
Yeah, remember, it's a whole thing with Ferengi that uh, like telepaths can't read their minds.
I don't
This
remember that
is
as a player,
this
but
is
That's totally a
this is
thing.
fact. Yep,
yeah.
it's a thing. I actually just watched that episode like yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a whole thing about them that the way their brains evolved can't be read by psychics.
Oh yeah. They don't have access to higher emotions. That's totally legit.
Oof, oof, rude.
I mean,
I mean,
tell me I'm wrong.
Wow, that's supremely racist.
Uh,
Oof.
So yes, Doctor, you head up that way, and you see them coming out of their room with actually they're coming back down out the elevator. They have a bunch of what looks like equipment for measuring atmospheric and meteorological information.
Okay. Is there anything I can help you with?
If you could carry this, and Cop hands you a small case. Pacha himself, he's already got like he's carrying 4 different bags, in one in each arm.
And what is it I'm carrying?
It's a bag of equipment. It's like a sci-fi anemometer.
Gotcha.
because they're nerds.
Well, my screen went blank for a second. Give me a minute. I'm sorry.
Especially that Denobulan. Just look at that smile.
If you want to hop to something else, my like everything's kind of freezing out this fucking hotel. So,
So what are you doing?
oh, my internet here is being crap. So if you want to hop to something else, that's fine. Everything's frozen on my end.
Okay. If you want, the ship can make another roll.
Yes, please.
What did you want to look into next?
The place where the atmospheric, what'd you say was this, like some atmospheric distortion or something?
Yeah, there are a few unique atmospheric conditions.
Yes, that one next, and then if we can't find anything there, we can do the tundra. Then after the tundra, go back to the. I'll send people down.
I'm also going to spend 2 threat to increase the difficulty back to 3. As it would appear that the atmospheric updraft is picking up ionized particles that are somewhat scattering the scan, and he's going to have to compensate.
When does he get his second activation talent or point? I mean,
Well, so
is
that's
that
the
at the
thing.
end of the session?
Yeah, and I will say you guys do need to start keeping track of how many times you've activated these guys, because I know you've activated a number of these guys before and used them a number of times, and then you don't give them anything.
Yeah, I think McConnell's been activated more than once, but it was only noted once. So I made a note that it was 2 now, at least.
Mhm.
I don't know how many times he was activated. Well, he probably would have like cautious science or something.
Well, that's a question for the end of the evening.
Yep. That's what I was gonna suggest to whoever's in charge of that. Okay, so it's diff 3. Whoa. Character sheet's acting crazy. Was that right? Diff 3?
Yep.
He reason science, he'll buy a die with momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Someone roll the ship's sensors science. Well,
Yay.
you hit the difficulty. I'm just gonna take my threat back, I think. Or no. I know exactly what I'm doing with this.
Yeah, this guy doesn't have his
Yep.
attribute bonuses for being human.
As you find out a very interesting factoid about this planet's upper atmosphere. Um, uh, 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 it's a problem because you triggered one of these very specific complications, so it's worse than a normal complication would be because this is a very specific one.
Hooray! What I'm hoping.
Yay, more complications.
Maybe we should have Miria Call be doing this since she actually has a value. Or a talent. I guess it's in the wrong box. Cautious science. What do trills get? Probably a bad time to ask. Unless you know it off the top of your head.
I already inputted that into what's his name stats.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
That'll help. Oh yeah, that's right. Reason, presence,
And Karak,
Yep.
I sent you a thing.
Oh, I didn't get a message.
It's in Discord.
Notification, I mean. Okay. Oh, fun. So yeah, there's tells the captain that there's these air currents scatter ionized ice crystals along the upper atmosphere at regular intervals, and it makes it difficult to scan. That's what the issue is right now.
So, as said, all tasks pointed at the planet's surface that rely on sensors are now increased in difficulty and complication by 1.
Oh, that's annoying.
And that includes transporters.
That's annoying. Okay.
Meanwhile,
Well,
back up.
so what do we find out from the scan though? We hit the difficulty.
still
That's
hit
the
the
complication, but
That's what you found out. The complication was one of these events started.
Right, but we still hit the difficulty for the scan.
Right. The thing you found out was that there are regular air currents that scatter ionized ice crystals along the upper atmosphere at regular intervals that cause disturbances. Like, that's a thing that happens. The problem is, with the complication, one of those events began.
okay, but we didn't find any buildings or hidden stuff that we were looking for.
No?
Okay, so there's nothing there, but we did learn that the ionized ice crystals makes it difficult to scan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So meanwhile, back on the planet surface, are you back with us, Doctor?
For now, yeah.
Okay. So presumably you guys are going to go towards the entrance to the hangar.
Did we receive that information by chance? Is there something that our science team can do about triangulating the scan, or something we could do to time the intervals and fragment our scans?
I don't know. Is the ship going to call down to the surface at all about any of the things that they found?
Yeah, I would have had McConnell relay that to the away team.
Just the air thing,
Oh, he
or
does.
also
Oh,
the...
everything. Like, yeah,
Okay.
we're relaying everything.
Alrighty. Pakja just says, "Oh, that's something of an issue."
That's more of you guys' field. Is there anything we can do on our end?
Well, Frolan says, maybe if we set up our atmospheric equipment in just the right place, maybe we could get some data that would help, but we won't know till we go out there.
Everything outside or on the rooftop?
No, we're not in the right place for it. These, by the sounds of it, these meteorological events are highly localized in their origins.
How difficult was it to fly us through? We took a shuttle, right?
Yes, you do have a shuttle.
And how difficult was it to get here?
Not super difficult.
I'll pass the information to Commander and Karak. Maybe we need to lead some sort of ground team outside to help triangulate this scan, maybe? If you want to get the shuttle going, maybe? It's up to you guys. I'm not sure.
That is that's the mandate for your away mission. Yes.
Additionally, I will let you know you do have the shuttle, but also you have access to these little hover car things that are what you're sort of expected to use while you're at the resort.
Okay. I mean, it's up to Commander. I mean, if she feels confident that we can just take these little shuttle things, we'll take those. But if she wants all to stay together and
Absolutely, you guys are welcome to go use it. Just bear in mind where the no-fly zones are and be safe about it.
Who's flying the shuttle or the ship?
To you guys,
that takes what stats again?
it's con.
I got nice control and con.
If only you had a pilot.
That's what I was asking
Yeah,
about.
where are we gonna get one of those from?
Yeah, no, that's what I was asking Commander and Greg. I was like, you guys, what are you guys doing? Do we want to do
If
this?
you're
Or,
if you're concerned about security, we could always beam somebody down, couldn't we?
You could, although I will warn you, the difficulty and complication range would increase.
Yeah, I was curious why we didn't send any security people in the first place.
Well, in theory, it's a resort.
Security people need, free
R&R.
time too.
Nah.
R&R.
Nobody mentioned it as a thing that they wanted to do. It was told out of character that it was a science thing, and Kara was told, "Hey, while your team's looking around, you take a look too." So I didn't think of it as a player.
The science team
Well,
was originally going by themselves, and then I had them go to take a look around because the science team was already going. We're also at a super sketchy station, so we do need security on the ship.
yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean, I'm sure Frank is gonna try to board and fucking take a hubcaps.
Great.
Well, does the difficulty apply to piloting checks as well, or just
Not within the lower atmosphere, because this is only a upper atmospheric phenomenon.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it'd be easier to have somebody come down in a shuttle than it would be to transport. But if they're both at increased difficulties, might as well gamble with the transporter.
You want to bring down more people?
Well, unless somebody is going to fly their ship.
I mean, you do have Grack.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here.
Whoever Grak's going, Kara's
Also,
going, so that's fine.
you are all Starfleet. Every single one of you should know how to pilot a ship.
Not when it requires a difficulty check.
Yeah, everybody can pilot a ship. They just aren't good at it.
Fair.
I'm used to cruise control and leaving the steering wheel alone and not autopilots.
All right, so are you guys all going? What's going on?
It sounds like we're going.
Well, who's going?
Probably not
Everyone.
I don't
Yeah,
think
because I'll say these things can only fit like 4 people.
yeah, Doc's gonna stay. He feels like a fish out of water here. I mean,
Whoever needs to go. I mean, I as a player, I just, it's fine. Whatever, whoever needs to go, just.
Are you guys okay? Because I'm noting that you guys are kind of having a hard time here.
I have had the shittiest week. I am exhausted.
Yeah. It's
I
one of
just
those.
tried to help.
It's one of those. It's one of those. I don't want to be telling you guys what to do.
I am also lost as a player as to what to do, and I just, whatever needs to
Well,
be done, let's get it done.
if I'm understanding correctly, the thing that we're waiting on is for you guys to go physically inspect these areas.
Yeah.
That's what our scans determined, and that's what we relayed to you guys. So I mean, I think your next step to solving this mystery is to just go to like maybe the volcanic region and do some scans and look for anything unusual.
Okay, that's where the science nerds were supposed to go in the first place, so this makes sense. They were supposed to go do atmospheric things near the volcanic place.
There you go.
I mean, has that changed? If not, let's
No.
go.
We're just waiting for it to happen. All you need is to decide who's gonna go and who's gonna stay.
Yeah.
Make it so. The science nerds need to go. Grak needs to go because I don't know if the science nerds know how to pilot. You said that it only holds 4 people. That's your 4 people then.
All right.
There we
Size
go.
people and Grack.
It works for me.
So they're standing about. Grack, you enter, and as you enter the hangar bay doors open, and one of those little hover cars that was in there before but wasn't there when you walked in, sort of hovers in, flies, and lands, and out of it hops a figure wearing a helmet that covers their entire face. They
Okay,
don't
alright.
have the pistol drawn, but
Is it dangerous?
Like who are they? Are they security? Are because if they're not people I need to give a shit about, I'm just gonna walk right past them.
I mean, you can give me an insight security check, difficulty 2.
Nope.
You have no idea who this person is. You don't know if they're a threat. And I'll take that complication that this person is a total, like, I'm not even gonna give you any like vagaries with the information. You have no idea who this person is, and
Okay.
they walk past you. They turn, look you up and down. They seem to be kind of, they seem to be thrown off a little bit by the fact that Starfleet is here, and then they just continue walking.
Sure. I'll go to the hangar and get the show on the road. These nerds ain't gonna do the nerd thing on their own.
That is true.
Okie doke. You are given clearance to fly, and give me control con, also difficulty 2. Assisted by the pitiful stats of this thing. God.
So I missed it. You said control, and I missed the other one. I'm sorry.
Con.
Oh, okay.
No, the shuttle does not help you. The little hover car does not help. Hang on, let me quickly. Set it down. This should be the place.
Okay. Well, I'll help them start unloading their stuff.
Very good. And Pakja spreads his arms. All right, let's get in on this. It's going to be control engineering difficulty 2 to set up all of this equipment.
I guess my disc was. I heard difficulty 2. Set up equipment.
Control engineering.
Oops. Well, I definitely don't have a focus unless that was a 1. That was. Oh, I think it
Oh,
was.
it was a 1.
Whoa, okay. Hilarious.
Can't the
Very
science
good.
nerds set up their own stuff?
Well, Greg did it. Well, it's all the extra hands they have are making this not take forever.
I suppose that's fair.
All right. Well, I think we've got. Okay, atmospheric equipment set up. Let's start taking some readings, and this will be Reason Science, difficulty 3. You can have, if you want, you can have one of them roll it.
Sure, because my reason science is an 8.
Presumably, you'll want Prolin to do this.
Sure. He can rub his meaty brain up against it.
He does have a focus. You want to give me any threat?
No, because you've had more than enough all game.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
3.
Do we have any? We have no momentum though, do we?
No, you do not.
No.
Ugh, the roll's been fucking dog shit. Ugh, okay, sure. It's we're gonna need the threat, so yeah, we're gonna need the dice.
I'd buy 2 dice.
Yep,
Really?
2 dice.
That's 3. Okie doke. I'll take it.
He loves threat.
Yum yum threat. I love threat.
Wait a second. This frosty area is the volcanic region?
No, you're not in the volcanic region. It's
You
Oh,
can't
they
go to the
didn't go to the
volcanic.
volcano?
You can't go to the volcanic region. It's a no-fly area. I asked where would be the closest that they could get readings on the volcano while plausibly doing another type of experiment and or
That makes
scan.
sense. Yeah, that's a good
Like,
idea.
we are totally quote not here for the volcano. Wink wink.
Yeah, I gotcha. Good idea.
okay. Someone gonna roll Prolin.
Let me
4
find.
dice.
Where is he? He's in.
He's ready to go. Just the
Pow!
just gonna click the toast square.
Nice. That's a momentum generated. All right. Okay. Good. Good. Starting to get a read on the air currents in the area and exactly and exact fractal formations within the ice crystals themselves. I'm getting uh, I'm getting some good ground level readings that indicate yes. Okay, if the Ganymede properly adjusts their sensor bands along this harmonic path, then yeah, that'll do it. And he hands over a pad to you, Grak, and it looks like he's come up with some sensor harmonic that should allow the Ganymede to cut through the interference.
I'll send those readings up to the Ganymede.
And now the difficulty and complication range increase is gone.
Nice.
All right.
However, I am going to spend 4 threat as you hear. Let me find it. Come on. Search. Yeah, that's what I want.
Well, that sounds bad.
It's a Wampa.
Wrong franchise.
Oh.
As it seems to slowly be advancing on you. Oh
Don't
my.
encourage-
The Force, Crack.
Majestic. It appears to be native fauna.
Frickin'
Hey, what
birds.
do you know about it?
And Ensign Cop sort of seems to step back and puts his sort of just slapping his hand on the door of the jet, trying to find the handle to open the door. I know it's coming right at us.
I mean, does it seem hostile?
Someone can give insight science difficulty 2.
Wait, wouldn't it be security to determine if it's hostile?
I'll allow it.
That's a role Grek was made for. So, what did he determine with his role there?
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. Meh. It doesn't seem immediately hostile to you, but you don't know if that'll last. And it is still approaching.
Just go hug it. It's fine.
Does it talk?
Yeah, just provoke it.
just poke it with a stick. It's fine.
It's the Holloway way.
Is this thing a threat? I don't know. Shoot it with a phaser. Nah, it's not anymore. It's not.
Oh God.
They come in peace. Shoot the kill. Shoot the kill.
Listen, if they're dead, they're peaceful.
So
I mean, you're
what's
not
your
wrong.
So what's your play?
I'm gonna open the shuttle because we can't we got what we came here for, right?
Yep. Are you gonna
So-
leave behind your equipment?
I mean, I guess we could try to beam it back up. I'll let them know where it's at, but I mean, we can make more.
Mm-hmm.
Safety first.
Can't replace lives.
I mean, with the science and the advance in cloning we made, I mean, we can.
Ha.
Okay.
Ha.
Yeah, I mean, just look at Grennan number 2.
Gonna spend 2 more threat.
Now you're gonna need those clones.
Prolin is going to need to make me a control command, difficulty of 3, to maintain his composure and not freak out.
Okay,
Who's-
control command. Let's freak out here, buddy. Okay, that's not so bad. It's not so bad.
It is diff 3, so
I think it's funny just to let him fucking freak out then, because it's either giving you threat, which is just hammering us tonight. So looks like he's gonna shit his pants.
uh,
And we're
and
die.
he starts running, and the thing starts chasing him.
Captain, I think I found something. Ah!
Awesome.
Is there a Wilhelm scream?
Oh please! Oh please! Add a Wilhelm scream.
Ensigns, like this is standard Starfleet stuff. It's just native fauna.
Oh, Ensign Prolon, we hardly knew thee.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, I guess roll up a new geology specialist, ensign.
Thanks.
Yeah, why prolong the inevitable, you know?
Would you stop?
I don't even know. Do we even have our phasers with us? It's a resort.
You should.
Yeah,
You should have your phasers.
yeah, you're allowed to have your phasers. There are no. It's not like there's Federation law in this world, or
Yep.
Klingon law in that regard.
Sure, I guess I'll pull it out, set it to stun, and just start taking shots at the fauna. God damn it, Ensign.
I'd scold him because now's not the time for horsing around. What is he doing?
Mark 7.
Yeah. He's just
Okay,
fawning around.
Control security diff 2. Okay, roll your phaser damage.
Do we get the sound effect?
I'm working on it.
Oof.
Oh my gosh, dice.
This today is just.
Would
Well,
you like
we
to
have a-
spend yeah, you can spend a momentum to reroll 4.
Yeah.
Sure.
Dice tonight have really been bad. Like
2,
just
3, 4,
straight
6.
up have been bad.
Fortunately, that is enough. Oh, that was a little much. I don't think that's what. Oh, this is what I wanted.
This monster's final form is activated by stun settings. You guys didn't know, but you're about to find out.
As it goes crumpling to the ground.
Nice shooting, Tex.
Era, I hope you scold him because otherwise Jack's gonna scold him.
And at that,
Kara will scold him.
Pakcha runs up to Prolin and sort of grabs him with his forearms. Let me go! Let me go! Come on, horror, come on! And drags
Ensign,
him.
you need to calm down.
Give me presence command difficulty 2 to calm the ensign down.
How about security as I slap him?
Okay, you want a rep ding?
Yes!
Sure.
Yeah, dude. Rack 'em up.
You want a rep ding? Go ahead.
Keep calm and carry on, Ensign, and you're not keeping calm, so you got to smack some sense into him. Of course.
Present
those
security.
Dude,
One of those days.
These
Wouldn't it be-
dice tonight can just go
Isn't
fuck
it-
themselves.
Isn't it daring security to slap somebody?
Well,
Oh,
no, because this is
still
is
a failure.
presence. No, this is presence. He's
Oh,
trying.
I get you.
Yeah.
He's not actually slapping him. He's more like trying to slap sense into him, so to speak.
Yeah.
Smart.
You know.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, that is big. That thing is big.
Do we have a doctor with us? I want to use a doctor.
Back at the place. I put
The doctor's back in the place.
Is it someone with a hypo spray to knock his ass out so we can just drag him with us?
I've got him. And Pakcha sort of just drags him into the hover car.
Why don't you just use the universal hypo spray that you used on this guy?
Oh, don't tempt me.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. And I presume you guys are gonna head back.
Well, I mean, I'll take tricorder scans of the thing I just shot, so we get it on record of what the heck it is.
Yeah, sure. Reason science or reason medicine. Difficulty 2.
Medicine, why not? What? Okay.
Nice. Is that a? That's
It's
just
a
a
1,
crit.
yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
a crit.
That's just a straight up
Nice.
crit.
Hey, hang on. I missed that meme because I clicked away from it. Come on, do something. Great. Yeah, I'll send you something in just a moment, Corn, about what you get off the scan.
They checking out the volcano too when they are presumably not in danger?
I've been muted. Why is a hot springs not part of the resort?
That's a great question. Because those sound awesome.
Yes, I would imagine with the hot spring and earth, there would be mud here.
You're
And-
you're
and
you're,
when I-
you're literally killing me right now. I'm actually dying because
And when
of
I
that
say trace amount, I mean like parts per billion. There you go, Grack.
Everything's making weird noises. Huh. Okay, so do I know where in its system?
If you had a momentum, you could ask that question, or if you want to give me a threat.
Sure, why not?
Okay. uh, uh, yeah, I'll adjust that. Not system, life form. I'll say.
Okay. That's interesting as well. So I'll send it back up to the ship. It seems to at least this creature right here has it's just normal life form for this planet, but it's got latinum running through its system as if it's been eating it.
Oof.
It's been eating latinum.
Well, it's in its digestive tract.
I will clarify though. Very trace amounts, like
Okay.
Gotcha.
like a few parts per billion.
Still enough to be noticeable, though, which is something.
Lieutenant Grack, I want you to try to get a closer look at that volcano area.
Yes, sir. I guess I'll tell what the orders are now.
Okay. So, if you're going to go into that volcano area, are you going to try and so you turn the shuttle
Well,
hmm?
how far is it from? I mean, the captain's orders weren't like specific to fly over there. How far are they from uh
You're about 10 miles
the
out.
volcanic? I mean, it's a no-fly zone, you know, not a no-walk zone.
Actually, so give me a reason security check, difficulty 2.
Who's giving you that? Oh, Grack.
Today.
I'll let that succeed at cost.
Sure.
And as the complication, the difficulty to do anything about it'll go up. You're familiar with these kinds of flight guidance systems, especially when there are like no-fly zones. These things are programmed that it'll start screaming at you if you start going into the no-fly zone. If you start approaching the no-fly zone, if you cross it, it'll kill the engine.
Sure. So it looks like we're walking. So it's only a 10-mile hike. That should be fine.
Oh dear. Okay. And as you walk, new scene, you'd go down a momentum, but you don't have any.
Nope, because the
Well-
dice say "fuck you" tonight.
Well,
Back to-
there's an upside though. We didn't lose the momentum, so
Yeah, that's
Silver
not
lining,
bad.
On the bright
silver
side.
lining, guys.
yeah.
So Doll, you leave the casino just as the doctor approaches.
Doctor,
Commander?
you weren't going with the away team?
Not enough space. I don't think I could have helped in any way.
Well, I don't know. They're headed towards possibly volcanoes. You know, ensigns are accident prone.
Well, doctors aren't really lava-proof either, so
She chuckles. Any ideas on what to do while we're here?
got any games that don't require me losing money?
Very few. This is a resort. Can always ask.
I feel like I'm gonna get laughed at. I'm okay.
Well, I wouldn't laugh at you.
Is there a lounge area? Like just kind of order drinks, just chill out?
Yeah, there are a couple of them. Here, 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 and here.
This one it is.
Okie doke. You enter. And hang on, I'm gonna move their tokens over to here. There are actually quite a few people in here. 3 of them, in fact. And
I offered Doll if she wanted to join me for a drink. So.
I have a. Here we go. Here's the tune.
I'll take you up on that offer. Notably, she does not drink on the job, resort or not.
Well, hopefully they got some water then, or something virgin maybe.
There's an-
As soon as I heard the music.
There's an Andorian, a Ferengi, and a Romulan.
Sounds like a beginning of a joke.
Haven't we seen them before?
You guys haven't.
Is this can we tell this room is like occupied? Like, hey, no one else, get the fuck out. This is our spot.
No, they seem to be just chilling.
Wasn't the doctor with us when we beamed down to that planet when they were there? I could be misremembering. I know me and Karak know who they are, but I don't. I want to say the doctor was with us, but I mean I could be wrong.
Here.
Yeah, I was with you guys for a
Actually,
while. I've been down.
No, he was not.
I met Mud in them, so I didn't know if it was somebody that.
Okay.
Well, Chekhov wasn't on the Space Seed episode, but he knew who Khan was.
Such a good
True.
reference. Such a good reference from you. I appreciate that.
New York.
I never forget a face.
And how do you remember mine? You never saw it.
Anywho, so yeah, Andorian woman, Ferengi man, Romulan woman.
What's their current I don't know, their relations with Star Trek or with Starfleet?
Well, I mean, Andorians are part of the Federation. The Ferengi.
I was mainly worried about the Romulan, I guess.
The Romulans. The Romulans are in a peaceful coexistence with the Federation. Like, currently, tensions aren't super hot. Like, in fact, for the first time in a long time, Federation ships have been able to go into Romulan space under escort. Like, as long as they're monitored and as long as their flight paths are well documented, Federation ships have been known to go into Romulan space now and again. But seeing Romulans outside of the Empire isn't odd.
Or are the odd ones out right now?
Starfleet!
Good evening.
Can we help you?
Just looking for something to drink all the time.
I see. Well, that case, he turns and he slightly coughs to the Romulan woman. Navoma, my dear, would you please get them something? And the Romulan woman stands up. What would you like?
Tara looks drinks did the doctor?
Out of game, out of character. I don't know what kind of drinks they got. Is there like a Bajoran like whiskey kind of thing? Little.
And galactic gargle blaster.
Interesting choice.
Probably something on the rocks there, just kind of water it down a little bit.
Hmm. And you, the Romulan woman says to you, doll.
Any interesting fruit juices?
She offers a wry smile. I'm sure I can find something for you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And hello, Karak.
Hey, how's it going?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
And the Ferengi stands up and says, if you'll excuse me, I have a call I have to take. I'll leave you lovely ladies to it. And he walks out. And the Andorian woman just sort of face palms.
Do we really need to roll insight as for that at all?
For what?
I don't know. He totally made something up just to leave, so I don't need to roll anything, do I?
You could give me an insight command roll.
I'm not gonna give you more threat. I'm okay.
An insight command roll?
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Finally, the dice like us.
That's
I want momentum, please. Thank you.
not even gonna spend any threat for that, because wow.
Good show, Commander.
Oh wow. You gain a momentum.
Woohoo!
Good show.
Yeah. I mean, he seemed kind of weirded out by Starfleet being here. I will say though, you do get the impression that he didn't want to leave the Romulan woman's side.
Kara looks at the fleeing Ferengi and back to the Romulan woman. Acquaintance of yours? Friends?
He's my husband.
Ah.
I know he may not look it. She sits down in the chair. But that man can convince just about anyone to do just about anything, even if it's not in their best interest. I mean, look, he convinced me to marry him, didn't he?
Kara chuckles. Well, it couldn't have been in your worst interest to marry him if he convinced you.
Touché.
Still uncertain if that was a compliment or not.
If he would be more comfortable, we can find someplace else to drink. I mean, there are other lounges. I don't want to impose. We're all here to relax, right?
Yes, he's just had some, shall we say, tense interactions with Starfleet lately.
Ah, I know the feeling. Been there myself.
Yes, this, rather brutish captain near roughed him up.
Oh no, who would that be?
Oh, scruffy beard.
Didn't have red hair, did he?
No.
Scruffy beard. There's a lot of captains out there that look like that. It's a really big universe. I probably don't know of him directly anyway. Well, there will be no roughing up in my presence. I am here to relax while we have repairs done to our ship.
Then the, Ferengi walks back in. Well, Novoma, my dear, how are things with these Starfleeters? Oh, they seem nice enough. And she sort of goes over to him and she drapes herself over him.
Kara's pleasantly amused. I mean, it's always nice to see people who care about one another. She can't really gauge the emotional state or surface emotions of the Ferengi, but what's the
Yes.
Romulan feeling?
Yeah, sure. You can give me it's you can read her emotions. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's more of a insight command to just make sense of it, because Romulans are always like, they're always couching even their thoughts.
Romulans always lie.
Yeah. You gain 2 momentum. I should have set the difficulty for that. Oh well. I mean, she definitely seems like she's not that she's playing him for a sucker, but it's that kind of like, I have this man wrapped around my finger like I always do, and I like that.
Well, at least I know she's not the panicked, oh my god, damsel in distress putting on a smile thing, because, you know, Kara always suspects human trafficking.
Yes. No. She doesn't seem to be afraid at all or anything.
Oh, good. Good. So what brings you two to this corner of the galaxy?
Oh, we're traitors.
Of course. Second I've met today. Benefiting from the Silk Road, I take it?
Oh, yes, but actually, we're not here to do trading. We're actually here on vacation. Yes, we heard that this resort was rather nice, and so, we decided to take a bit of a break.
What do you think so far?
Well, it's fine. But I'd heard through the grapevine that there were these very lovely hot springs here, and I was looking forward to enjoying them with my dear Navoma, but apparently they're off limits.
Why? Isn't that an integral part of resorts? I'm mildly disappointed myself. I thought surely with volcanic activity, there would be hot springs.
Oh, yes, volcanic activity, sure, right. No, really for me, it's just a shame that I wasn't able to see you in that sweet Romulan swimsuit that you picked up. You know, the one with the shoulder pads.
Out of character. Yes, their most luscious part of their body is their shoulders.
Because I swear to God, I like to imagine that even like a Romulan bikini has the shoulder pads.
It probably does. I mean, that is part of their culture. Thank you, 90s fashion.
They're so stupid.
Well, you know, fashion cycles every 20 years or so, and this is
Yeah.
quite a bit in the future. So there you go.
Yeah, we're already going back to 80 styles.
Yeah. I mean,
We went back to 80 styles like 20 years ago,
my
so
God.
now we're back again.
Like, I wish I were joking.
80s were awesome. What are you talking about?
Like, I wish I were joking that this is what the Romulan shoulders look like, but my God.
Oh,
Anyhow. That was a tangent. Yes, but apparently it's a no-fly zone. Something like that.
Well, even if it were a no-fly zone, there should be a way to get there. I mean, it is their resort after all.
right about that.
Maybe I should ask. Maybe there's some dangerous volcanic activity that's kicked up lately and has made it unsafe? She shrugs.
And the Ferengi also shrugs.
Kara looks to the doctor and all this since she's been doing the majority of the talking.
No, this is expected from the doctor. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna chime in whenever it's needed, and you have this. You have the floor. I guess for that last statement about the volcano not being acceptable, or you kind of passively mentioned that the volcano could be a danger possibly, and doctor might chime in and go, not to put your, not to worry you at all, just wait for you to be paranoid about your honeymoon, is it? You're in your honeymoon?
No. We've been married for 3 years now.
Anniversary then?
No. We just felt like taking a vacation. When you're a widely successful trader like my husband here, and she strokes under his chin, you can sort of afford to take vacations whenever you want, isn't that right, darling? Yes, my dear Novema.
I kind of chuckled and looked at Kara and go, I wonder what vacations are like.
Did he just say he wonders what vacations are like?
Joking about we don't get enough of them.
Oh. Kara just sort of chuckles into her drink and takes a sip and she shrugs. Well, apparently they're not about reading books and science reports and the latest publishings and journals. So, I don't know. Perhaps I should learn more about what these vacations are.
Yeah, you got your books. I got my people I need to work on, and I should probably take a break from that as well.
You know who hasn't had a vacation in forever?
The captain.
Captain Jack Holloway.
Has he put up the ship like once he's been a part of it? I don't think I've ever seen him outside.
I actually cannot remember him being off the ship.
Except for that one incident where he wanted to be part of that.
Oh, the away
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Didn't want to give away. Oh yeah, besides the Borg incident.
I've been off the ship multiple times, thank you.
I don't think he's taken a vacation since I got signed on as science officer and now XO.
Speaking of which, do you have any replacements coming up? Because you are XO technically. Is there supposed to be someone?
I've been waiting to hear through the grapevine. I put in for a potential replacement and candidates for Jack to review since it's obviously his ship, but still waiting. It takes time to find the right candidates and people who are willing to go off into the great unknown rather than sit at a comfy and cozy research station. I want to be sure we get somebody qualified.
Well, I definitely don't think we should put the current science team in the ring there for that. So that's just my opinion.
No, I wanted somebody outside the ship for this one rather than promote from within. I know that sounds strange, but the more talent I can bring and diversity I can bring to the science team, the better off the Ganymede will be.
I wonder how Korn's doing. He really took that scorn pretty harshly. He's kind of going over the top of this endeavors now.
We very well could have blown up and we wouldn't be talking right now. Lives depend on thoroughness.
There's a thing of being overbearing to your blessers that might cause them to disrespect him, I guess, in a way. To just drudge his hovering, I guess, in a way.
I couldn't speak on the matter. I have not looked into the engineering department or how he manages them. I haven't heard any complaints myself, but I'm no counselor.
I looked at the couple. I'm so sorry. That's inner space, the inner fleet politics. I apologize. I don't want to bore you with that.
Here we are on vacation and we're still talking shop. She laughs.
In the meantime, news
There's
scene.
no response from the Ferengi at mentioning Captain Jack Holloway?
Oh, actually, let me roll.
I didn't
Let
say
me,
his name.
let me roll a thing.
You might have said something. I didn't say his name. So
He didn't notice. He was too busy. Making goo goo eyes with his wife.
Is she rubbing his lobes?
She is coming tantalizingly close to giving him lobe.
Oh my.
I love that that's what you actually call it.
Is there umlaut happening?
Umlaut is happening.
So dumb. So,
I believe on Risa they call that Jamaharon.
Jamaharon. Anyway, where were we? So no.
If you did notice, new scene then.
New scene as beautiful.
Yeah, I'm getting
Beautiful.
rid of the momentum.
Yep. As first things first, I am going to need the the team on the ground out in the there. Everyone there is going to need to make me a fitness security check. Difficulty of 2.
everyone on the ground team, including the people at the resort.
No, just the people who are making that hike.
Yeah, Grak, you should be careful to maintain the high ground.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I guess I'll give it a threat just because I don't trust these. That's why we do it.
Do we have momentum though?
We do.
Okay. I'll take that complication and say that the. Oh wait. You'll just take some stress. So I'll rule that. Ooh. You take 4 stress. Now the others have to make that roll. Let me see if Pakja's got anything that helps him. No. So, who would you like to roll first?
I guess what we got? What Paksha and like saying his name
We
Yeah.
have,
Brolon.
not to be a Debbie Downer, but we do have momentum. We could have squashed the complication, right?
Could have.
I could take stress. I don't care.
Okay.
So, in terms of who has best stats, oh god, they're all equally terrible.
What? Cop's name is Cop. Surely his fitness is great. He's got to keep up with the criminals.
Literally, they all have the same exact stat. Or, well, it all adds up the same. Pakja has slightly higher fitness, but he has no security score. So, do you want to give any of them momentum or give any of them threat? Or, I suppose you can always start off with the first 2 having momentum, and if you need.
Sure. Well, yeah, we'll give Paksha and Cop momentum.
Okay, so I'll start with Pakja. Someone roll that.
It's what fitness. Okay, oh boy.
Oh, that does it. And then Cop.
Way to go,
Yeah.
Bugman.
Copies this shit over here.
He'll succeed a cost.
Not so good, Denobulin.
And are you going to give me threat for the last one?
Sure. And who's that? It's Prolon, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He hits. So only Cop is going to take stress. He takes 2. As you all trudge through the snow into the volcanic region, you arrive. Get rid of that.
This is a nice map.
Ye- This is what I wanted.
Here's that spring you're looking for. Got some turkey-looking things near you.
Yeah, there's some sort of like little grazing bird things off to the side.
They can graze. I'll just tell the science officer to get the scan and see what we can find here.
Okay. What are you scanning for?
Strange activity, anything that would I don't know would be
Okay.
of use to them. Maybe Latinum. If I mean, heck, if the local stuff has in the system, maybe we'll find something that way.
Reason science, difficulty of 3. And his geology focus comes into play.
Okay.
Would you like to give me any threat?
Yep.
I'll take a threat.
Okay, Dice, really, stop it. Hello?
Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah.
It went super silent for a second, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Getting some really odd readings here, sir. I don't know what to make of them.
Okay. I guess we'll have to find a new spot then. We're getting anything strange. I mean, I'll see if I can scan the birds from here.
Sure, yeah, you can do a scan of those birds from here. Reason science or reason medicine, difficulty 2.
Where'd she go? Swing. See what happens. Sure. On my lowest skill. Awesome.
Sweet. That's momentum for us.
As you pop out your scanner and you realize, oh, these things also have the traces of latinum in their system, but in a slightly higher concentration.
Okay. So I guess I'll use that to I guess build an advantage for the team to adjust your sensors, look for this instead, and give them the new readings.
Very good. They can now make that roll again.
Let's see. I'll give you another threat. Come on, guy. Ugh, fucking hell.
What the heck, guys?
I just don't care anymore. Sure.
Oh my
I'm-
god.
The dice tonight are just really, really fucking us.
These are, I'm trying, guys. You have to roll better.
Everybody refresh your roll 20.
Oh, no, because he doesn't have any value, so he can't have determination. He can't have determination without a value. Even if there's a thing for it.
That's even though I made that a mission directive.
Yeah. You can give it a shot if you want, Grack.
With my my amazing reason and medicine.
Reason science. It's
Oh
different.
sure. Hell yeah, an 8. Fucking let's do it.
Would you like to give me any resources? There is a
I'll
momentum.
try to go against. Fucking mosquito. I'll go against our directive of let's find out what they're up to and see if that comes in.
Okay, then yeah, you're at 2 hits and you just need 1 more.
Double no.
Oh my gosh!
I legit don't even care.
Cannot help you guys. You gotta actually roll hits.
Does
It's
he
a
wanna use
fucking
science?
8. Yeah.
It's not even that high of a roll. Like,
It's diff 3 on an 8. What?
no, but I mean, it's not. Oh well, you know what? You do have 2 hits. You do have 2 hits already. I'll say if you want to spend another crew support, I got it. You can have cop assist.
Right, where's cop? Let's see. Reason.
He doesn't have a focus.
Yep.
Yeah. And Pakcha.
Just rolling through all of them because the dice are just being terrible tonight.
I mean, what else is there to do?
Yeah, I'm trying, guys.
Yeah, sometimes roll 20 just is stupid like this.
Yeah. That to me, that's just.
Does anybody have a
failure.
milestone that you could use?
Oh, yeah, do you have a milestone that might be relevant, Grack? I doubt it, but...
I don't think so. No, the only one I had was from Murder Mystery.
Yeah, no.
I'm not gonna burn on a reroll for an 8 skill. No way. It's-
You could always contact Kara and see if she could help.
Yeah? You could send the readings over to her. She
Sure,
did. I mean, sure, yeah. So
I mean,
Kara,
we're grasping at straws. Yeah, okay, go for it.
yeah. So Kara, you get all this data from the tricorders of the rest of the away team. You can also try to decipher it. Reason science. The difficulty is going to go up by 4. Sorry,
5-4 or 2-4?
not 2-4. Sorry. I'm also spending 2 threat to increase your comp range by 1.
Okay, what is the complication range?
It's now 2.
I like to help her.
Okay. And it's difficulty 4?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Can I help her by chance?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Find a quiet spot that the Ferengi is not listening in on.
Mm-hmm.
I need to buy dice. I will buy one with momentum and the other one with threat.
Okie doke, I'll take it.
What are we rolling? I'm sorry.
Reason science.
And if I need to, I'd like to call on the trait precise under pressure. If my team is sending me data, that means they haven't solved it themselves in the field and
I'll
they're
take it.
crafty.
That lowers the difficulty back down.
Whew.
What kind of focus can I use? Can I use xenobiology for these animal readings, or
Yeah. And then oh, nice. That's 1 momentum at least. That's a no. Oh no. So that 19 you rolled, Dr. Cross, that counts as a complication
but why?
because I increased your comp range. You'll find out what that complication is in a moment. You do, however, actually, you could quash it because Dahl generates a bonus momentum out of that crit she rolled.
Squish it! Kill it with fire!
Yeah,
Quash it.
Yeah.
As you determine what's going on here, it's kind of crazy. So this hot spring appears to be a synthesis point of life. It's a primordial soup of sorts. Various cyanobacterias and various single-celled organisms existing in a very unique chemical mixture, mineralogical mixture, served up hot and fresh from the rushing hydrothermal springs rushing volcanic springs underneath the planet's surface.
Sure, seems reasonable.
These microbes are taking the chemical cocktail and are able to synthesize it into into latinum.
That takes care of baffling a bit. And she sends that information right back to her away team, along with the message of sends it up to Ganymede as well, because if the Ganymede can teleport a sample up, that would be fan-freaking-tastic. Latinum cannot be replicated by replicators, and to be able to have a hold of bacteria that can make it, that would certainly help our trade.
That moment, the complication is going to come into play as...
It's been quashed.
Oh, it has been quashed.
Let's squish it.
I'm spending 2 threat to make the complication fire anyway.
Haven't we had a hard time enough tonight?
Let's do it. Drop a nuke on me. I don't even care. Lock a fucking phaser torpedo onto my comm badge and fire a full fucking spread. Let's do this.
As a disruptor bolt lances out and strikes the ground in front of you.
Me?
No, not you.
Oh, he's got company.
Me? Is it me?
Yep, you got your death wish. Let's go.
What? Me?
As you see emerging from the bushes off to the left, near the spring.
It's Metal Cat Man.
Oh, this guy again. Okay.
As a voice comes out, slightly pitched through it, but actually you can hear the voice now. It's a woman's voice. Now look, I don't want to hurt you. I'm just going to ask very nicely that you stay away from the spring.
Lady, I have had a bad day. I've had to come out to the cold, shoot a polar bear sunflower thing because my aunt was getting attacked, then march 10 miles through the snow. So what I want to do for orders is just not listen to you.
She reaches to her belt, and in the other hand from the disruptor pistol she's holding, she takes out an Ushan and starts spinning it around between her fingers. So we're doing this the hard way. Shame. I really didn't want to have to hurt any more Starfleet people. But, well, I'm paid to do a job, I do a job. And we are now in combat.
I don't even get paid to do this. I just love it. I'll start blasting.
It's okay, Greg. If you lose any limbs, I can replace them. No worries.
I've already lost one, so it's at this point it's old hat.
Okay.
Ow, 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 ow. I'm sitting the wrong way. Oh, there, sorry. Got my foot stuck on myself.
Ouch. That's rough, buddy.
Okay. Control security difficulty of 2.
I keep losing my sheet. It's one of those nights, man. There we go.
Can you give me any threat?
My sheet is acting up. It says sheet settings. How do I get to my normal stuff? Oh, there you go. Click that. Sure, let's give you 1. Oh, it's the wrong one. Oh my god. Okay,
Oh,
thank
that's
God.
the wrong thing.
Yeah, control and security. Like, oh, thank God. There
I was
we go.
like, no.
Okay. So, that will hit. Roll your damage.
Also, if you're playing any combat music, I cannot hear it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot my combat music. Is this the one I want?
Any momentum at all?
We have one.
I will use it to reroll those 3 dice.
That is for stress. Because there is some resistance at play. And she levels the disruptor at you. Spending a threat. Rerolling that 16. That is 2 hits. Actually, not enough. Oh, wait, she aimed. So she does get 1 more reroll. That hits, actually. Spending a threat to reroll those zeros. That is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 stress. That will cause you at least 1 injury. Would you like to spend to avoid?
I don't have anything to spend to avoid it.
You can give me 2 threat.
Sure.
Okay, that's 2 threat. You notice, you feel it as the disruptor slams into you. Something was odd about that shot. It's like it's not like it was set to stun, because disruptors don't do that. But it's like the power on it there wasn't as much of a kick behind that.
Okay. And what can I do with the charge value on my phaser?
You can take a minor action to give your phaser. There are a bunch of different things you can give it. Combat charge.
It was like area, or was it like vicious, or?
I'm finding it now. Making an attack, melee combat, types of attack. Oh, here we go. Charge. Where's charge? Charge. A weapon has an adaptable energy supply. If the character performs a preparation minor action before attacking with the weapon, you can add one of the following damage effects: area, intense, piercing 2, or vicious 1.
Okay. I guess it's one of the nerds' turns then.
Okay.
Oh god, who's the best shot out of the nerds?
I don't know if any of them are particular. Oh, well, one of them might have good control. Come to think of it. Comps control is 8. Hawkja's control.
Looks like Prolon is a 10.
Prolon actually might be the best one for this.
Yeah, alright. Oh. Yeah, 11. We'll give it a shot. You.
Nope. Why would it roll
19.
good?
Double yes.
As he shoots his phaser and it goes wide. And actually, you get to go through the rest of them, too.
Oh, okay. Hop, you are full security. You take a shot.
Nope.
And then the other one was Paksha.
Oh, that hits.
Holy crap! Pakcha, who has 0 security hits.
Yeah, congratulations.
Unfortunately, that just means his that means he's literally only going to be rolling 2 dice.
Uh-huh.
I should have made him spend it for make it vicious.
2. Oh no! It's only 1 because he's not a senior officer.
That's right. They get phaser 1s.
Yep.
Which gets soaked by the resistance. And because one of you guys was the last to go, it's back to their side. This person is going to run over to here, and they are going to attempt to do something. I'm going to spend 3 threat. Oh god. I'm gonna spend another 3 threat to activate their value. Anything to complete a job. That'll do it. Oh wow. Oh, that was really not your forte. And it looks like she, in the midst of this fire, kind of tried to duck behind a bit of a rocky outcropping along the edge of this thing, and she leaned over the pond, and it looks like she did something. Back to you.
What range is she at?
She is now at long range.
Okay, so I'll just move then.
Oh, are you trying to get into close with her?
Yeah.
Are the others gonna follow?
Sure, but they'll just move once and give covering fire.
Very good.
And then we'll roll this Paksha. Pow. Good shot. Good shooting, Paksha.
Mm-hmm.
That's Prolon.
Okay. Roll Prolon's damage. That gets soaked.
And then Cop.
That also misses. Okay. Back to her. She stands up and appears to be carrying what almost looks like a thermos in her hand. She looks at you. She looks at the Ushan in her hand. Looks back to the thermos. And she's gonna run. Spending a threat. Fitness security. See how far she can move. Nice.
Yeah, we're so happy for you.
As she runs off. What about what you gonna do, Grak?
I'm gonna keep chasing after her.
Okay, roll me fitness security. Difficulty 0.
Will my spring ball training come into effect?
Sure.
Let's give you a threat too, because
Can we just focus on the absolute horrifying image of a Lurian just lumbering after you?
Oh no, you caught up to her, and you generated a momentum at that.
was that one actually get to her,
Well, so
or is it? That's my turn.
yeah.
Okay.
If you want a swift task, you can.
No, I'll keep chasing her. I'll wait till next round.
Okay. Gonna spend another threat, because, I like that. Gets to reroll that one. Okay, that's good.
Hey, GM,
Yeah?
real quick. Because Kara did relay the information to the Ganymede about the bacteria in the springs.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be viable for the Ganymede to have scanned the area to see that there is fire, like there is like weapons fire down there?
If you had 2 momentum, I'd let you generate the advantage that you're able to effectively break into this scene.
Okay.
I'll work on generating some more.
Good
There
enough.
you go.
So it's back to you.
Okay. I'll keep chasing after him. And yep, I'll give you a threat because I need to save my momentum.
She is now.
I swear, if this was D&D, I'd be fucking acing this shit today.
Yeah, she is now She is now slightly more out of range of you.
Are the
Okay.
nerds just sitting there?
Well, they should be chasing with me, but I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up.
They are not.
Hmm.
And one last roll. Come on. And I get to reroll that 16. Ugh. Actually, I think that's good enough. That's... Okay.
Season 15.
So, now you can roll.
Sure, I keep giving you a threat. And Come the fuck
Jeez.
on with this shit today. Are you kidding me
Die
with this?
seriously. Fuck off.
And she gets away.
Fucking hell, man.
We can't break into the scene because we don't have enough momentum. That was my plan already.
Yeah, there's no point. She's gone. It's fucking. I'll give my report. Hey, here, shit's fucked up. Here you go. It's an Andorian, female Andorian who was here at the spring. I tried chasing her. She lost me.
Okay. Hearing that, I'm gonna have somebody scan in that vicinity for an Andorian life sign.
Okay. Someone can give me a reason science, difficulty 3, assisted by the ship sensor science. So that's difficulty 2.
Uh,
So McConnell,
I was recommend
or whoever.
Miria because she's good at detecting alien life forms and such.
It does have xenobiology.
Focus actually won't come into play.
Oh, what about sensors?
Yes, will.
Okay.
So
We'll
McConnell.
use her anyway.
Okay. I don't. Either way, I don't care. One of them scan.
All right. What reason science was the diff?
Yep. Difficulty of 2 now.
All right. She'll buy a die with momentum. Maybe I need to click the button again. There it goes.
Okay,
And
you
they-
generated a momentum. Generated 2 momentum. I'll take the first set of rolls.
Yeah, the first one didn't go through,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
thought, so I clicked it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, it's all the
It's
same.
just laggy.
So, you do not detect an Andorian life sign. However, you do detect recent signs of a transporter signal.
She'll relay that to the captain. Can she determine
damn.
the location of the transport? Like, is there another ship in the area, or can Karak scan for where that transport went to?
For a momentum, you can.
I think that's fair. This ship right here, huh?
Mhm.
Captain, it appears that the Andorian transported to the ship here docked at the station.
The Orions.
Indeed.
Can we get a lock on her now?
Yeah, I thought they have their shields up, and while docked.
So actually, I'm gonna spend a threat. They're gonna try doing something. Nice. Nice.
I've made a huge mistake. You have to hide me.
You get a call up from what's it? Hacks. In the transporter room. Captain,
Go ahead.
a number of boxes were just transported. A number of boxes were just transported into the transporter room here.
I'm just gonna look at Karak and nod to go check that out.
Okay.
Don't touch them hacks until Lieutenant Commander Karak arrives.
I don't know if I was muted. Crack nods as well and heads off to the transporter room, and one of the security people relieves him.
Captain, the Orion vessel just undocked.
There's nothing
Maybe
we
I
can
should
do
send
about
someone
it
else.
now. There's nothing we can do about it now. We can't chase after them. We still have to repair our nacelle.
Is it still
Well,
possible to get the chicken transporter off?
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Oh yeah, if that's still a possibility, absolutely, I want to do that.
I mean,
Yeah, I
just
mean,
shoot at our team.
if they're undocking, that should be enough time to try to get a lock on her.
That's up to the GM. But if that's a possibility, then yes, I want hacks to try to lock onto her.
They would have minor actioned to put their shields up.
Can we get a tractor beam locked onto him?
You are no longer in close range with them. Tractor beams is a close range thing.
Can we take a scan of their ship so that we can verify their energy signature at range to track them?
The only problem with that, you can. The only issue is that you'll. I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. You guys still have to stay here for a few days to repair your warp nacelles.
Yeah. I'm just saying, after that, I know it's not like it's going to be easy to find them, but at least we'll know what we're looking for.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. Yeah, give me a reason security difficulty of 2, assisted by the ship's sensor security. So that's diff 1.
All of these control roles are reason. I should have had a higher reason. I was under the impression that these roles were control roles
That would
when I
be
made my
logical.
guy, because control is operating devices and such. What was the difficulty?
Difficulty it's now 1. Assisted by
Okay.
sensor security.
I will buy 1 die with threat.
Very nice. I'll take the threat. And that
what
is 3 momentum.
What was the ship roll?
Sensor security. You have momentum. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Well, we always have momentum when I roll things.
Yeah. You've got a as the ship departs, and more importantly, hang on. Goes to warp. You get a lock on its warp signature.
Oh, I was muted. I was going to ask if I could spend some of that momentum on an advantage.
What kind of advantage?
something that makes it easier for us to find them?
Yeah, I'll say that their warp signature has some real peculiarity to it. Likely a quirk of whoever is the chief engineer on their ship.
Okay.
And after a couple of minutes,
The cool thing is we're in Starfleet, so we can send that data out across Starfleet, and anyone who encounters that can relay the information or seize them or whatever.
yeah, to that, Captain, we're receiving a hail.
On screen.
I love the defeated way you said that. Hang on, I gotta go back and
Yeah.
copy that.
This is what I was talking about in the Mutants and Masterminds game, where I was saying you have like a certain joy or glee in our misfortune.
Get rid of these tokens that are not on the bridge right now. Well, Captain, I'm sorry that I must cut and run.
Yeah, me too, Tulum.
But I think that in return for this unfortunate misunderstanding, you'll be willing to accept the warp coils free of charge.
Oh, we're going to accept them, Tulum. Don't worry about that. Misunderstanding, though? That is not something that I would put into terms. You fired on my officers. If I ever see you again, I will kill you.
Such strong words, Captain. And hang on, let me find it. As you actually see that Endorian figure step out onto the bridge of this Orion ship. And she's wearing this helmet. She presses a button and there's a slight tss. She takes off the helmet and this is what she looks like.
She's a cartoon like me.
I must apologize for all that, Captain. Believe me, it's never in my interests to really hurt anyone. Not when I can help it.
Yes, I'm sure it is. Just like I'm sure Margaret Mudd is really going to enjoy hearing who stole from her. Cut the channel. I'm hanging up on him.
About a minute later, a text message comes through.
They planted shit on our ships, and now we stole something from Mud.
A text message comes through for you, Captain, that says, "By the way, tell Lieutenant Tazonin I say hi." And there's a little symbol next to it.
And what symbol is this?
It's one that you don't immediately recognize. You could give me a insight command or insight science difficulty 3.
Insight command's good.
Okay.
And I'm gonna spend. We got all this fucking momentum now. I'm gonna spend the momentum to get up to 4 dice. So I'm gonna spend 3 momentum.
Nice. That's a momentum. You recognize it. It's actually a little known piece of Andorian script. The I'll post it in the Ganymede. In terms of like The best way to put it is it's almost like a portmanteau of two symbols that the meaning of which can best be described as. Oh wait, hang on. I got to put the space in there.
As a heart.
Yeah. Tell Lieutenant Tizonin I say hello. Heart in Andorian script.
Lieutenant Tizonin.
Also
we-
spell that.
Do we have a Lieutenant Tizonin on our ship?
You can give me a reason command. Also difficulty 3. This time assisted by the ship's computers command.
I mean, can't I just pull up a file of the crew manifest?
That's what the
You-
role
you
is, I guess.
Oh, okay. Difficulty 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a momentum. And I'll give you 2 threat because why not?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter at this point.
Famous last words.
And the computers. You get a momentum. There is no Lieutenant Tizonin aboard the USS Ganymede. However, and you'd find this out rather handily because they're a decently well-known ship within the 10th Expeditionary now. There is a Lieutenant Tev Tizonin on board the USS Hadfield.
On the Hadfield. And who's the captain of the Hadfield?
Crater, that's who. Had to pull up that ship.
I won't make you spend any momentum for this information because now that you know the ship, it's all public record. The captain of that vessel is one Lawrence Jacoby.
Lawrence Jacoby. Good. I will be giving word to him that one of his crew is fraternizing with Orions.
I will say, if you want to look a little further into it, for 2 momentum, I'll give you an advantage of you're able to find more info about this.
Sure.
It comes through your reading that you now figure out who this person is that you just dealt with. That was Zero Shasharis. She's not an Orion. She's not part of the syndicate. She is an independent merc who has had run-ins with the crew of the Hadfield before.
I see.
Yeah, maybe not so much fraternizing as
Not fraternizing.
taunting.
Taunting, yeah.
I'll let you know out of character. There's fraternizing.
Okay. Commander Korn,
Go for corn.
get my ship fixed so we can get the hell out of here.
Understood.
Right. Corn, you can give me a control engineering difficulty of 3 to install the new warp coils.
I like to check them to make sure they are not faulty or damaged, and I'm going to bring my team together and we're going to check them together as a team.
I was going to say, you can use your engineering team advantage to just have that done.
Okay.
They double, triple, quadruple check these things. If something is wrong with these things, like, you cannot say it was for lack of oversight.
Alright, yeah. Alright, so control engineering, you said?
Diff 3.
Diff 3, okay. My prehensile tail will come into play, I'm assuming? Because I'm installing these things in the nacelle.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Warp field dynamics, EPS conduits.
Yeah, I'll allow warp field dynamics.
Okay. And
Gonna spend any momentum?
yeah, I'm gonna. You said difficulty 3 or difficulty 4? Difficulty 3.
3.
Okay. 1 momentum. Yep.
Uh-huh.
And yep, that should be it. So get an extra die and rolling.
Just a quick note, when the captain, well, actually, Karak, slinked out of the, bridge real quick, right as the captain was threatening to murder that, other captain. Kind of with his fingers in his ears going, la 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 la. Running off to the transporter room to investigate those crates.
Yeah. They were all warp coils, like, straight up warp coils. So yeah, you generate that momentum back, as you're good to go.
Captain, the warp coils are going to be installed, and they should be. You should have warp at your disposal in the next 2 minutes.
Good.
And you hear some clapping of, like, hand palming as he's high fiving his team.
And this is, by the by, this all takes place over a couple of days.
Got it. Yep.
That this doesn't happen all at once.
No, I didn't figure as much. Those things take a long time to install and calibrate.
High five and cat
yep.
guys.
And so, I think we will enter our last scene, with everyone back on the bridge. As you are now preparing to undock from Fractal Station.
Resume our normal heading. I'm also going to transmit as we leave, not while we're here, because screw that. As we leave, I'm going to transmit a message to Margaret Mudd that Tulum stole from her and that entire fleet, so that way she can be on the lookout for those bastards.
And so, as you depart the system, you have left a rather nice little parting gift for Tulum and for Ms. Mudd.
Are we giving them the way to track them as well? Sharing our advantage?
Oh, absolutely.
And with
Fuck those
that,
Evil.
and with that is the end of Mudd's World.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on Star Trek Ganymede, Season 2, Episode 4, Mudd's World. And while we may be in slightly murky waters, I believe it was a successful mission all around. Until then, hailing frequencies are closed. We'll see you next time among the stars. Bye, everyone.